Hello guys, this is DK Uncovered. So in today's video is very important for the people that are on their purpose and for anyone that is going to the gym or just doing anything to self-improve themselves. This video is for you guys. But before I continue, don't forget to like and subscribe. Subscribe guys, I need your support. Subscribe. But anyway, the first thing that I want to say, right, before I make my point is that the reason why most people are not consistent or most people are never motivated to do anything. At the start, they are very motivated, but as time goes on, right, they start losing motivation. They start getting the thoughts of giving up. Is that most of you guys don't have that expectant attitude, right? You're not living as someone that is expecting something good in your life. See, if you're working on your purpose or if you're doing anything in your life, you need to be expecting something good. So live as though you'll be getting something today that you'll be accomplishing or you'll be getting the prize that you've been looking for, right, today. Right? Because if you're working hard, if you're giving your 100, right, why don't you just live as though you're going to be getting it anytime soon? You know what I mean? It's like, if, for example, you go to work, right, for 30 days, we get paid monthly, right? So for 30 days, you work. In your mind, you're expecting that at the end of the month, you'll be getting paid. So whenever you get the thought of that, right, and whenever you think about the plans or the places you could go once you get paid, that itself motivates you. Whenever you think about maybe getting a bonus, right, at the end of the year or getting your pay lifted up, that motivates you to work hard, isn't it? Or that itself makes you feel good about yourself. But why is it that when you're working on your purpose, right, and as soon as you lose motivation, it is very hard for people to have that expectant attitude towards life or towards whatever they're doing. You know what I mean? And that's why most people, they expect, right, always say, live as though you are already successful. You know what I mean? So live as though, as if you'll be getting something at this moment. You know what I mean? Another thing too that I want to say is that before you start anything, I've said it over and over again, is that stop looking for that overnight success or like get rich quick scheme, bro. If you're not going to die right now, if you're not going to die tomorrow, why don't you just look at everything you do long term? I mean, there's certain things that are not that important that you could do it short term. I'm talking about something that you see a future. You see a future in it. You see it being something big or doing something big. Why is it that most people don't see that long term? They see that short term instead. You know what I mean? It's easy to, what do you call it? To build, let's say, your dog cage in one day, yeah, than to build a skyscraper. You know what I mean? That dog cage, a wind can just blow that off because it was so quick to just build it. But a skyscraper, right, a strong one anyway, with a strong foundation, even a hurricane might not be able to even, yeah, what do you call it, destroy it. Do you know why? Because it took time, they took their time to build that skyscraper. You know what I mean? So it's the same thing as whatever you do, right? Say it that way. Take your time. Be patient. Like I said, have that expectant attitude towards what you're doing. Be patient. Just keep building it. Look for ideas. You know what I mean? Keep asking yourself, how can I improve my business? Or how can I be different from the others? You know what I mean? For example, that's the same thing I asked myself with my channel. I was like, right, cool. I like watching MGTOW videos, right? I can talk about MGTOW videos, but how can I make mine very different, right? How can I make mine beneficial to people, completely different? Other MGTOW channels, every MGTOW channel is benefiting people, but how can I make mine a bit more different? Now, it hasn't been an easy road because you get people that disagree with you and people that agree with you, but you still have to use your your mind. You have to use it properly by thinking about ideas. how can I improve it? You know what I mean? So if you take your time and just every time you just in a quiet place at this moment, you see I'm by myself at home. All I could do is grab a pen and a book, right, and just sit down in a quiet place and ask myself these questions, right? What can I do to improve my business a year from now, right? 10 years from now, right? What can I do to improve whatever you're doing, right? In 10 years time, well, how is the economy or the business going to, go forward? And can I bring that new those changes into the present? You know what I mean? Once you ask yourself these questions, or 6 months from now, as I keep doing this, where I don't want to probably be where I'm at, right? How can I, in that 6 months time, that step, how can I take that step? So once you start taking your time asking yourself these questions, you're already building that foundation. You know what I mean? And as you keep sticking to the plan, right? See, the fact that you even sit down and ask yourself, how can I improve this in a year from now, this from now, itself, it's like you have an expectant attitude. You already feel like in a year from now, you're going to be different from whoever you are now, right? So by you making plans for a year now, or bringing whatever is going to be done in 10 years into the present, right? It's already an expectant attitude. You know what I mean? But anyway, I'm talking too much. So let me say 2 points that I use every day that I feel like most of you guys should really and truly you should know already, innit? Like, the first one is basic, innit? What I do when you go to my room here, right in front of my door, what I've done is that, see, I've picked 5 goals, 5 important goals that I want to accomplish this year. You know what I mean? That I want to accomplish this year. 5. I put them down, right? Number 1, from that to that the YouTube channel was part of it. So whenever I'm going outside, whenever I wake up in the morning, right, or when I'm leaving for work, I look at that. That's the last thing, or one of the last things I look, and I recite that to myself. I recite that to myself. You know what I mean? So and when I have another one too, just right next to my bed, I look at that as well, and I recite that to myself. So in a way, in the morning, that's the last thing I'm thinking about, my goals, right? And the fact that I'm thinking about that, I think, okay, so in today's video, what can I film? What can I talk about? Right now, at this moment, I was not motivated to film. I was not motivated, not gonna lie. I was never motivated. I just wanted to lie down and sleep because I was so tired, right? But I looked at that paper, that list there, and I was like, well, the plan says I have to do this. I have to keep building my channel, keep doing this, do that. So I looked at it, and I just felt uncomfortable just lying down. I had to think straight. What can I film right this moment? You know what I mean? And I've posted a few of them in some corners that when people come, they can't see it. It's just only me, right? But that's just one of the ways that can keep you consistent. And the last one is very, very important. And that's why I said gold mine. Or Nightingale used to call it the gold mine, right? And it's like I just said, ask yourself these questions. Do you know why or how, I've been able to, the people that subscribe, I've been able to post all the time. You know why? Because I ask myself these questions. Even when I'm at work and I can't think of any video to film, right? Use my channel as an example. I can't think of any video to film. I look around myself, environment. What can I film today? You know what I mean? What can I do? Ask yourself these questions. Write them down. Write every idea. At times, you might not get the best ideas, but write those ideas down. It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? And just keep... Like I said, you can either wake up in the morning, early in the morning, and do it, or you can come home whenever in a quiet place and just get a pen and a paper and just ask yourself these questions. How can I improve this? And what would I do from now? You know what I mean? So use your mind and just think. 30 minutes or even 45 minutes, an hour, it's all up to you. Even 15 minutes can make a big difference, isn't it? It's all about when you're relaxed. That's how you can be consistent, is the ideas. Ideas, right? And like, what do you call it? Your attitude. That expectant attitude is what can keep you consistent. If you know where you're going, I always say, know where you're going. If you know where you're going and you have a plan and you start working towards that plan, trust me, you just get that motivation all the time. Even when you don't feel like doing it, you will get that little motivation and you just get back on your feet. Those failures, those disappointments, and those low results, it's not even going to stop you. At times you ask yourself, like, how am I still going? Like, what is inside me that is pushing me to keep going till this day? You know what I mean? But you just have to use that mind power you have to keep you going, to keep you stick to the plan. That will keep you doing what you're supposed to do. That will keep you doing what you wanted to do at the start. That will keep you the motivation that you had at the start. You have that same motivation till now. And I still have the same motivation till now. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, I wanted to keep this video very short. Yeah, I'm on 10 minutes, right? But before I finish, don't forget to like and subscribe. Subscribe, guys. I need your support. Subscribe. Share this video to your friends and family as well. Feel free to ask me any questions as well. If there's any questions you'd like me to film, feel free to ask me. Have a wonderful day, guys, and take care.